Ini gua Daniel, tetangga kamu. Di sini gua akan ngobrol dengan tetangga gua tentang perjalanan hidup mereka dari kacamata spiritual di saat mereka mengalami situasi tidak pasti dan kekhawatiran, sampai bisa kembali bangkit menjadi orang yang lebih kuat dari sebelumnya. It's gonna be very exclusive and inspiring.
3, 2, 1, action! Selamat datang ke Daniel tetangga kamu. Aku interview Daddy.
Yes! Kali
Ini special episode yang aku dan Mama dan Noam interview Daddy. Dan sekarang kita interview Daddy.
Karena banyak banget ya yang nanya soal my own spiritual journey. Jadinya gue bingung siapa ya hostnya. Udahlah.
Aku!
Okay, so you guys are allowed to ask me anything.
Anything.
Yeah,
Yes.
and you don't even have to use
Wait.
Indonesian.
Why?
Why do you always poop in your pants?
No, you don't.
That's what kind of question is that?
You don't. He doesn't.
I don't put my
That's a total Noam question.
yeah.
Yeah.
I don't poop in my pants.
Okay.
Not again. Not again.
Okay. Now here's the question.
Okay.
How was it like untuk kamu as a kid?
You poop in your pants.
Actually, ya, Daddy pernah poop in my pants. Waktu Daddy seumuran Noam sama Daddy seumuran Mila. Yeah,
Oh, even Mila's age.
even Mila's age. Like,
This is a question.
Wait, no,
I am
he's
answering
not
the
done.
question.
He's not done.
Wait,
He's
wait,
not
no,
done.
wait.
Okay.
This is an interview. You stay
Okay,
quiet when you're
you never
answering.
told me this.
really?
Never told me this story. I'm
No.
shocked. I have to hear it now on Daniel Tetangga Kamu.
Oh.
All the truth comes out.
jadi man, waktu Daddy kelas 3 SD, I think. 3 SD. Can you believe it? Daddy kelas 3 SD, year 3. Daddy latihan taekwondo.
And then you-
Oh.
So it was like this.
Exactly. And yeah.
Oh, in Taekwondo pants, it's not really
In
nice.
taekwondo pants.
No.
When, itu putih gitu. Jadi, you know what? I don't even know. Kayak orang pengen dengerin jawaban ini. So, actually
But
my...
just how was it like to be a kid? You didn't have to answer Noam's question.
Yeah, okay. So basically, you know, Opawi, yeah,
He's the best.
Your dad?
my dad, right?
Oh, Awi.
He lets us watch on Simple Saturday.
Yeah.
But he's also the best grandpa.
Yeah.
And Okay, I forgot what I said.
It's okay, you know.
Secret.
Ya udah,
Now
it
just
happens
sit
to
down.
me too.
He's-
Sit down.
he's
Let's listen
answering.
to what Daddy is going to
Hey.
say to this question.
Yeah.
He's
He's
mad
happy.
at you.
Oh, come on. Just
Okay. So, jadi Daddy grow up itu di Pluit, ya, this area. Dan abis itu Opa Awi itu sebenarnya punya 6 saudara, 7 siblings, ya. Dan abis itu semuanya itu Opa Awi kan dari Lampung, that's my dad. Ketika dia pindah dari Lampung ke Jakarta, dia mulai ngajak saudara-saudaranya untuk the 7 siblings untuk datang juga ke Jakarta and do business di Jakarta. Bisnisnya itu kebanyakan berdagang, jadi pengusaha, jadi businessman di Mangga 2, right? Nah, my uncle, abis itu my cousin, itu kalau misalnya mereka udah selesai sekolah, mereka punya bisnis di Mangga 2. So, Daddy sebenarnya nih arahnya udah jelas banget ke Mangga 2 untuk bisnis di Mangga 2. Karena
kamu gak mau.
Daddy sebenarnya akhirnya begitu udah selesai kuliah, udah selesai sekolah, and then Daddy udah dibukain toko juga sama Opa Awi.
Kamu gak mau tokonya.
Exactly, karena selama 6 bulan Dedi coba kerja di Mangga 2, ternyata I don't know, like
It's not your flow.
yeah, it's not my flow. I like that. Kayak Dedi tuh benar-benar kayak ngerasa, bosan ya, you know.
You're really bored.
Like I'm not made for this, you know.
You're going in the wrong direction. The path
Exactly.
you're going is a block.
Ya, dan akhirnya Dedi ngerasa kayak, you know, it's not
can't do
healthy, capek banget, dan sampai ada casting untuk MTV karena mereka lagi nyari VJ gitu. Nah akhirnya ketika itu Dedi ikutan, itu tahun 2003, dan Dedi pikir ya udahlah, you know, Dedi bilang sama Opawi, can I be on this VJ thing untuk MTV
Did
gitu.
he say yes?
And he said yes. Dan to be honest ya, ini Opawi hebat banget karena for a Chinese father
You would
untuk
say no.
exactly untuk ngasih anaknya bereksperimentasi di dunia entertainment, it's very rare, jarang banget. Karena banyak banget Chinese father itu pengennya, oke, gue udah punya bisnis,
Stubborn.
udah punya keras kepala juga kan, udah punya bisnis, udah pengen jelas banget anak saya harus masuknya ke bisnis saya juga. Harus, wajib, it's a must.
It's kind of sad.
Yeah, well,
The kid doesn't get to think what else can I do?
exactly, the kids itu nggak punya kebebasan untuk milih jalan hidupnya mereka. Tapi Opa Awi ngasih Dedi.
He let you go free.
Exactly.
From these chains.
So progressive.
Yes.
Your dad.
Ya, jadi kalau misalnya bukan karena Opa Awi, I think Dedi nggak akan pernah jadi public figure, jadi MTV VJ atau bahkan host Indonesian Idol kayak gitu.
Or Daniel tetangga kamu.
Atau Daniel tetangga kamu.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You wouldn't have got that far. You would just be at the stall selling stuff.
Exactly. You know, actually,
You'd be like,
Yeah, that's actually exactly the posture how I would sit.
that's amazing. Yeah, that's a really good impression.
Counting money.
The funny thing is, Dedi sendiri juga baru tahu kalau misalnya Dedi punya passion in public speaking. Tahu nggak kelas berapa? Your age, 4th grade. Yeah.
I didn't know that.
So you're like,
What happened in 4th grade?
Okay, so Dedi ke gereja saat itu kan. Pas ke gereja, itu kebetulan pasturnya atau romonya itu benar-benar punya skill communication yang bagus banget. Dia lucu banget, dia benar-benar bisa bikin semua orang ketawa, dia bisa bikin kalau misalnya dia lagi ceritain cerita sedih, dia bisa bikin orang-orang jadi berasa sedih juga. Jadi abis itu, Dedi akhirnya kayak terinspirasi banget because of this Romo sama si pasturnya ini gitu. Karena di gereja tersebut tuh kira-kira mungkin ada, I don't know, 500-600 orang di gereja Stella Maris, ingat banget. Dan cara dia ngomong, ketika dia ngomong itu bikin semua orang ketawa. Ketika dia ceritain cerita yang cukup mengharukan, sedih, itu orang-orang benar-benar ngedengerin banget. Kok bisa ya, satu orang bisa ngontrol emosi dari ratusan orang di gereja. And di situ sih, Dedi ngerasa, Oma Ana,
this is my
exactly.
line.
Yeah, thank you Noam. I know my life story is so interesting and you love it. Thank
It's
you.
like a bedtime story.
Yeah.
It's like
Oma Ana itu kebetulan lagi sama Dedi di sebelah Dedi kan. Dan habis itu pas Dedi tahu passion Dedi bilang sama Oma Ana,
this is my line.
Mami,
No.
Dedi, I call myself Denny, right? That's my child name. Denny udah tahu gede mau jadi apa. Denny mau jadi pastor.
You said pastor?
I know. But what I wanted was to become a public speaker gitu. Maksudnya maunya jadi kayak public speaker dan you know.
But you said pastor.
Tapi tahu ya cuman you know I was like a 4th grade gitu. Mau jadi pastor gitu. Dan Oma Ana yang kayak oh ya okay you know. Tapi I think today Daddy ngerti kalau misalnya ternyata yang Daddy passionate banget tuh bukan pastornya. Tapi lebih ke public speakingnya gitu. You know communication a message. I know. Ya, gila. Ini nih kalau saya bukan karena dari tetangga kamu nih, kayaknya gue gak akan pernah cerita sama anak-anak gue soal ini gitu. So, terima kasih udah diundang ke sini ya.
But actually,
Yeah, you're welcome. How do you like the set?
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, you're welcome.
I enjoyed it.
Yeah.
but actually this.
Oh, ini mikrofon.
It's actually this is actually very very interesting.
Okay. Okay, less evil face.
Okay, do we have
Okay, Noam.
anything else? Noam, what is it that you want to know from Daddy?
Yeah.
I think he's gonna say another disgusting one.
Yeah, most probably about poop stuff again.
No.
Okay. Oh, ini ikutan.
Why do you like being interviewed?
Why do I like being interviewed? Wow, hey Noam, itu pertanyaan bagus banget. Jadi, Daddy sebenarnya suka banget interviewing someone, ya kan? Daddy suka banget wawancara orang. Tapi kalau misalnya I am being interviewed, I think itu adalah kesempatan Daddy to preach God's message. You
So
know,
you are being a prophet.
because
You are a pastor.
Oh my God!
mind blown. Yeah.
Careful what you wish for.
I know.
Let me try to say.
What is that?
Roll my R's.
Oh, okay.
I'll do this really fast.
Oke.
Okay.
Jadi ya itu sih karena Daddy ngerasa gitu ya kalau misalnya selama ini you know by the grace of God ya kayak Daddy itu benar-benar ngerasa Tuhan tuh baik banget sama Daddy untuk ngasih Mama, untuk ngasih kalian juga as my family. Tapi along the journey I can feel Daddy bisa ngerasain banget kalau misalnya Daddy gak mungkin ada di sini sekarang kalau misalnya bukan karena Tuhan gitu. Nah jadi untuk itu sih Daddy kayak pengen banget orang-orang, lebih banyak orang lagi yang bisa ngerasain apa yang Daddy rasain. Dan itu dia kayak mungkin value-value, nilai-nilai yang Daddy pelajarin selama ini. Itu mungkin bisa Daddy share juga. Nah itu dia kenapa Daddy suka banget kalau misalnya di interview. It's an opportunity, itu kesempatan buat Daddy supaya ngomongin soal kebaikan Tuhan. Dimanapun ya, di majalah, di podcast, atau di TV, atau dimanapun. I can talk about that gitu. Thank you for that question Noam.
How many what were the encounters with God that were special to you?
Nobody knows.
No, you know, Daddy inget banget waktu Daddy mungkin seumuran Noam, ya, atau mungkin bahkan lebih kecil lagi, like smaller than Noam. Daddy pernah nyari Oma Ana, my mom, di big swimming pool, right? Dan habis itu Daddy kayak lagi nyari, and then Oma Ana mana, dan Daddy masih belum bisa berenang saat itu. Dan habis itu Daddy ngeliat kayak mana ya, where's my mom? Akhirnya Daddy nyemplung ke big swimming pool tanpa Daddy bisa berenang. Itu Daddy inget banget kayak tenggelam, like, and then I was gasping for breath. Dan gak tau kenapa ketika Daddy udah benar-benar kayak gak bisa nafas lagi, tiba-tiba ada I don't know, like 2 women atau 2 ladies gitu lagi berenang quite intense, sehingga ripple-nya dari air itu, ombaknya, atau ini padahal di swimming pool gitu ya, ininya ngebawa Daddy sampai ke pinggiran kolam renang, so Daddy can hold to the side I was like, kayak gitu. Dan setelah Daddy ngeliat kiri kanan, I don't see them anymore. The two women. Itu Daddy ngerasa itu kayak banyak banget yang Daddy nggak sadar the fingerprints of God gitu, atau mungkin campur tangan Tuhan dalam hidup Daddy gitu, sampai hari ini Daddy sendiri masih bisa hidup sehat dan Daddy bersyukur banget.
So why did you make Simple Saturday and Electric Sunday? Why did you make those?
Itu Noam nanyanya dari hati banget kayaknya ya. Oke.
I have to watch right now and Simple Saturday. Right now, Daddy.
No, Noam, cannot.
It's Sunday.
He wants.
Okay, you said I can watch then.
No, I never said.
Why do you like running so much?
Wait.
Actually, I'm getting bored.
Even Chumi is getting bored.